For the Justice League, the first sign of trouble didn't arrive with an explosion or an alert in the watchtower. It was a shadow, a ripple in reality, more felt than seen. Batman was the first to notice, piecing together anomalies. Cities vanishing, stars blinking out, entire records of civilizations erased from existence. That was the Anti-Monitor's arrival. Not dramatic, but apocalyptic. On his world, in the antimatter universe, he was nothing less than an unstoppable force, cosmic, ancient, and bent on unmaking reality itself. The League didn't know him by name yet, but soon the cosmos would. When the sensors on the watchtower started lighting up, Green Lantern wasn't surprised. Hal Jordan had heard rumors from the Guardians on OAs, something moving, something hungry, devouring universes. The League assembled quickly. Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, The Flash, Green Lantern, Aquaman, Martian Manhunter, joined by a coterie of allies. Cyborg routed data streams as he tried desperately to make sense of the chaos. The Anti-Monitor's army surged ahead of him, shadow demons, endless and tireless, swarming over satellites and stations. Within minutes, world governments knew they were fighting nothing that would negotiate, nothing that even noticed their resistance. Wonder Woman led a counterstrike in Paris. Superman saved a solar field from collapse. They coordinated, but it wasn't enough. Still, heroes are trained to outlast hope. As the Justice League regrouped, they received a broadcast. Not a message, but an ultimatum. A voice like static coursed across every frequency. "There cannot be light without shadow," it intoned, "and I am the shadow." Batman traced the signal impossibly. It was coming from everywhere and nowhere all at once. The Anti-Monitor had already begun. Every time he invaded a dimension, the structure of reality weakened. And then he appeared. No arrival, no grand entrance. One moment the horizon was clear over Metropolis. The next, the air shimmered in the center, a figure several stories tall. Armor alive with crackling energy, eyes burning with the dark fire of a universe that should not have been. Superman didn't hesitate. In a streak of red and blue, he hammered into the Anti-Monitor with an impact that would have leveled a city. The Anti-Monitor didn't flinch. He swatted Superman aside like an afterthought. The League pressed in. Green Lantern constructed cages of willpower. Wonder Woman's lasso sparked with the truth of existence. The Flash blurred across the battlefield, vibrating between dimensions, searching for weaknesses. Batman, perched high above, coordinated the attack. "We don't need to beat him," he said over comms. "We need to find out how he can be beaten." That was the hard truth facing the Justice League. The Anti-Monitor couldn't be stopped by force. He wasn't just powerful, he was a facet of the universe itself. The more energy thrown at him, the stronger he became. Martian Manhunter probed the Anti-Monitor's mind. What he saw chilled even him. Endless destruction, infinite hunger. Not malice, not vengeance, just inevitability, like gravity. Even as the League fought, the Anti-Monitor consumed entire city blocks. Shadows melted matter into nothing. Heroes scrambled to evacuate civilians, but nowhere was truly safe. Across the globe, supervillains joined their former foes, Lex Luthor, Sinestro, even Black Adam, powerful, ruthless, but all understanding something deeper than rivalry. This was about existence. As hope dimmed, it was Cyborg who found the first clue. He's drawing energy through a fissure in the multiverse. If we reverse its star of him, he loses power. The plan was desperate. It split into two teams. One attack, one infiltration. Green Lantern, Supergirl, and Dr. Fate led the assault, throwing themselves at the Anti-Monitor, pinning him in place. Meanwhile, Batman and Cyborg, guided by the Flash, raced through the shifting architecture of reality itself, diving into the antimatter breach with a device designed to invert the flow. Moments slowed. Even Superman looked exhausted, his fists battered, cape torn. Wonder Woman bled. And yet they persisted. Inside the core, technology from Earth met magic from Dr. Fate's amulet. There was a single chance. One miscalculation, and the device would collapse their universe along with its foe. The Anti-Monitor sensed the threat. Reality convulsed. Across the world, every hero and villain bore witness as he lashed out his voice thunder, his power a storm. But the League endured. The breach twisted, inverted, and the Anti-Monitor's power began to drain. For the first time, cracks formed in his armor light, pouring out. Superman struck. Wonder Woman's lasso tightened. Flash ran faster than he'd ever run, becoming a living bolt, tethering worlds. With a final cryosound beyond sound, the anti-monitor imploded, collapsing into a single point of darkness. And then, nothing. The sky cleared, the shadows faded. The world was left battered, but intact. Aftermath looked grim. Cities destroyed, friends lost. The memory of annihilation burned into minds worldwide. The League stood. Superman looked to the sunrise. Batman, exhausted, just nodded. "He'll return," he murmured. But for now, the multiverse survived a little more fragile, perhaps, but a little wiser too. That's what makes them the Justice League. And that's why, even when the darkness comes, there's always someone left to fight back.